Teenage son's teacher is touching him and school is sweeping it under the rug. My son is 17 years old. A few weeks ago he was late getting home and told us the reason was that his choir teacher Mr. B drove him out to eat and then brought him home. So this man took my minor child in his personal vehicle out to eat without my knowledge or consent. He told my son if he didn't go out to eat with him he'd remove him from the school play he is directing. I told him I needed to call the school because that was not okay with me, and he said, "Here, just call him yourself." He had this teacher's personal phone number. I called Mr. B, and when I introduced myself he called me an idiot and hung up. He then called me back and left a voicemail saying I was brain dead for calling his personal phone number and that he may kick my son out of the school play he is directing. The next day he cornered my son and started yelling at him and threatening him, and the reason I know this is that my son had the quick thinking to pull his phone out and record him. He also recorded him again saying if he didn't go out to eat with him again or have lunch with him in his classroom he would be removed from the play. A few days later we met with the principal and gave all of the evidence and concerns we had. Today, my son was called in and told by the principal that he was no longer in the school play and that if he ever recorded a teacher without their consent again he would be punished. We live in a one-party consent state, so my son did not break any law that I'm aware of. The school did nothing to the teacher. What is my next step? Do I go to the news? We are low income, would legal aid help? Any advice is appreciated. Update: I have emailed the superintendent and attached all the voicemails, text messages between the teacher and my child, and the recordings my son made. I am also going to try to file a police report after my son gets out of school today. I will try to keep everyone updated. I'm also going to try to call some lawyers and see if any would be willing to help me. Update 2, just got a phone call from the secretary to the supervisor of secondary education, that's a mouthful, and she said she just called to let me know they got my email and that it's being taken seriously and looked into. That was quick. I emailed just a few hours ago.